He had been at his door for days. But he didn't want a dog. He was coming back home on a freezing day. When he arrived, he found something unexpected. A dog lying on his doormat by the entrance. He was practically skin and bones. The cold had driven him all the way to his door. He clung to the little warmth his body had left, using the doormat as insulation. He was probably starving too. The dog's face looked up at him, asking for help, but he felt like there was nothing he could do. He said, "If you want, you can sleep there, but then please, go." He went inside and lay down on the couch, but he couldn't get that damn freezing dog out of his head. He looked out the window again. He was still there. He thought he would have to do something to get rid of him. He decided to call an animal shelter. They told him they were overwhelmed. In December, cold and abandonment go hand in hand. The other option was to call animal control. But in a pound, if no one adopted him, they'd most likely put him down. He thought, it's not his responsibility. If they have to put him down, so be it. If no one could take care of him, it would be better that than freezing to death. He was about to call, but in that moment, a deep sadness washed over him. It took him back to a memory he had chosen to forget. He was 11, and he had a dog. His best friend. They grew up together. His playmate. His adventure partner. They were like brothers. Until one day, his dog could no longer run. While he kept growing, the dog grew old. And one day, he was gone. The pain was so great, he promised himself he'd never have a dog again. Never again would he love something so fleeting. No one had told him that dogs don't live as long as people. Since then, he avoided looking at them. Even in videos. Even on the street. It wasn't rejection. It was fear. Fear that a dog might once again find its way into his heart. He wiped the tears from his eyes and got up from the couch. If no one was coming to rescue him, even if fear was overtaking him, he couldn't afford to be that selfish. He had to open the door. He had to let him in. It was far too cold outside. The fact that he didn't want a dog in his life didn't mean he didn't love them. It's just that fear makes us selfish. The fear of love is really the fear of loss. If you don't want a dog, that's okay. Don't go looking for one. But if one day a dog shows up at your door, don't shut it. If you don't open it, you're heartless, or, like in his case, a coward. Bravery is the greatest act of love. And dogs, they teach us that important lesson. That day, he opened the door of his house to a dog, but he also opened the doors of his heart. "Welcome home, little buddy," he said. "Your name will be Nova."